Okay, so Esper stuff, Esper taxes, black, white, splash, meddling mage. This is a viewer submitted deck list that we're going to try and run through some of the some matches and see what we think of it at the end here. So we've got some discard spells for some disruption. We've got Skyclave and Elite Spellbinder as come into play effects. We've got Meddling Mage and Silverquill Silencer to disrupt a little bit more, along with Thalia and Drannith Magistrate. Magistrate interacts very profitably with Spellbinder, whereas if you have this in play, your opponent actually just can't cast the cards you exile from their hand, period. Archon of Emeria lines up really well into a lot of the things people are doing in this format. It's good against the very cantrip-heavy decks like Phoenix and the Prowess decks. It obviously stops Tainted Pact from comboing off in a single turn. It stops things like Mizzix's Mastery and Emergent Ultimate in really nice ways, and it makes your opponent's lands come into play tilted. I think the big question looking at this deck is the blue worthwhile? You know, are these Meddling Mages plus Hostage Takers and Deputy of Detentions good enough outside of the board to like make your mana consistently worse? There's like, ultimately the question in my mind is like, what is this deck doing? Is it doing something that's meaningfully better than like the Dead Guy Ale deck that we've played a good bit of on stream? So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see if the more creature-based approach that this is looking to leverage can work or not in the format. And by that, I mean we're going to wait for the server. Yeah, having people in chat to interact with, like a majority of the people that watch Twitch never type in chat. A lot of people lurk. Like my chat's not a good metric in terms of ratios, obviously because my chat's in sub-only mode, but like even chats that aren't in sub-only mode, the number of people who are chatters versus lurkers is just like very, very small. Well, I'm glad we got through the first deck without issues. Hopefully we're going to be able to do one more. Yeah, honestly, Lucas, I think a lot of people fail to underestimate how important it can be to like how culling certain types of people out of your community can ultimately end up with more people interacting. A lot of people, especially when they're smaller, they're afraid to like time out or even ban people that are being kind of obnoxious or just like outwardly obnoxious. And like not realize that like those types of people are going to turn off other people that would otherwise like interact with and be a part of your community. All right, the old restart got us in. God bless. Sure. Is it possible that we're going to ban Oracle for the next Oglandia tournament? No, I am not intending to do custom ban list tournaments. The event from yesterday on YouTube, it is. Speaking of Dead Guy Ale, Skyclave Apparition here, I think. They might also name Skyclave Apparition here. It's funny. I think I need to play into this because we're going to get to draw a card regardless here. I think I just go ahead and... This card's symmetrical. Fuck. Cards that are made... Cards that were made not this decade. Damn it, chat. Well, I mean, I guessed right. If this card was from 2019, it would be one-sided, okay? I definitely played that Meddling Mage assuming it was one-sided. It's like, why would he let me cast it? I'll pay 3 life. Don't tell Scotty, chat. Don't tell him. Midnight Reaper's a neat one. I'm just gonna take 3 here, and then we'll Skyclave next turn. Get rid of this. It's kind of funny that, like, I started the deck tech, or ended the deck tech, talking about how I'm not sure if our deck is better than playing Dead Gael, and then we queued into Dead Gael for the first match. Definitely feeling a little bit behind here. Probably gonna trade Spellbinder for Reidane, and then the Blinkmoth Nexus gets to beat us down. And honestly, they probably want to attack with the Siphoner too, because if they trade for Skyclave Apparition, they get a 3/3 token. I guess I might draw a card with the castle now, instead of, And this is, you know, one of the things I mentioned is the blue splash worthwhile? You know, and we see here, we've both kind of traded resources this game, and my opponent has Blinkmoth and Castle in their mana base, but I have Ancient Ziggurat and these. So not only did my mana base hurt me this game, but it's not providing utility here as the game goes long now. A pretty big downside to the splash here at the moment. And Meddling Mage not a meaningful addition. That being said, post board Hostage Taker will be a very good card in this matchup. So while Meddling Mage won't be good game 1, Hostage Taker should hopefully be aces post board. Yeah, I think we're pretty dead here. Well, Thalia is obviously not amazing against them. I don't really have any non-creature spells, so I think that's fine. I don't really want my discard spells here. And that last game is a good example of why discard spells tend to be kind of mediocre. You know, the games are going to go long, and in that long game, we want cards that play to the board, not cards that we can top deck, and then, you know, don't do anything while my opponent's empty-handed. I did hear about the Krispy Kreme promotion, and we have one of those in my town. Might have to capitalize on that at some point. I am a fat man who likes donuts. For those of you at home that haven't, Krispy Kreme is giving people that have proof of vaccination a free donut. Free's a good price. Wow, get Mana Tithe. Yeah, it's like every day for some. I don't remember exactly what the time period is, but you can like drop in every day and get one free donut. Wow! Didn't play around the second one, get justly stuffed. And I'll play around the third one. Caitlin Craze, thanks for up in the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. People who aren't vaccinated also get a free donut on the weekend. So hearing that actually makes me like their promotion less. Don't reward people for bad behavior, chat. Zeitgeist, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Silverquill Silencer. Do I wait until I can play the thing that I'm taking with Hostage Taker? Well, people in general, if you're during the week giving something to people who are vaccinated, and then on the weekend you give it to everyone by extension of how groups work and removing groups or adding groups, the thing on the weekend is for people who aren't vaccinated. So like, you're right, it's not explicitly saying that, but it's implicitly saying it. Did I name Silverquill Silencer with this card? I definitely meant to name Fatal Push, but I was talking and typing at the same time. God damn it. Damn it, Hoagland. And now I can't do both in the same turn anyways, so. BT dubs, I agree that Tainted Pact feels terrible to play against, and I hope that they change it. I think the format would be better with that combo not legal. Yeah, hopefully they get rid of Oracle. Honestly, if they wanted to get rid of Oracle and shove Laboratory Maniac in the upcoming Historic Anthology, I'd be fine with that too. Or do you think the play patterns of that deck are toxic? Can you list me cards that profitably interact with Thassa's Oracle Tainted Pact combo? List me 4 cards that profitably interact with Tainted Pact Thassa's Oracle. Straw. Okay. The list is all counter spells, right? And that's accurate. So the issue is that when you sit down and list what cards profitably interact with it, it's counter spells. It literally has the exact same problem that what's it called had in Pioneer Inverter combo. There's some really corner case cards that aren't exactly counter spells, but they're pretty corner casey. And most of them are blue. Are blue or black. Is the kind of core fundamental issue. See, I actually think comparing Tainted Pact to Splinter Twin does a disservice to how awful Tainted Pact is to play against. Because Tainted Pact is much worse than Splinter Twin ever was. Because when you ask me to list the cards that profitably interact with Splinter Twin, the list is very long, and it's basically every color of the rainbow. Every color had ways to profitably interact with Splinter Twin. Is Tainted Pact likely the #1 deck in Historic? Yeah, I would wager that it is. I also think, and this is something that a lot of people don't like to talk about a lot of the time, or they think it's silly, but I'm one of those filthy casuals that think games should be played for fun. So I think even if you don't think Tainted Pact is the objectively best deck, or even if it isn't, even if we have metrics that say that it's not, I think things like Tainted Pact that are very polarized and require these narrow specific subset of answers that are largely only accessible by one color should be considered to be removed from the format for that facet. I think that the play patterns it generates alone should be disqualifying for it being legal. Those play patterns shouldn't be something that's possible on the 3rd and 4th turn of the game. Do we keep this? I think the answer is yes. Any upcoming official historic tournaments? I believe the upcoming MPL League weekend is historic. Can someone correct me on that if I'm wrong? Is the league weekend this coming weekend involve historic? I'm pretty sure it does. Tybalt's trickery is just not very good, Luke. Yes, that's the one. That's the one where Azcanta won't be legal because it's bugged. Honestly, I think the correct and I'm gonna give Wizards credit where credit is due. I don't expect it to get addressed this week, but I would expect it to get addressed after their upcoming league weekend. I think is a time frame I have expectations of. What's the word that I'm searching for? My mouth is failing to form words. The inverter combo, I think, is the appropriate comparison to Tainted Pact. And inverter, albeit too slowly, was eventually addressed despite not having an oppressive win rate. And in fact, Wizards got a lot of shit, rightfully so, from the community because they waited to address the Tainted Pact or the inverter deck, citing that it only had like a 49% win rate, despite people being very frustrated because it had toxic, awful play patterns. Man, we are just getting tempoed to hell and back here, huh? We really need to draw an untapped land next turn so we can go spell. Oh man, they have a 2-drop here. Probably did do a 2-drop. Gross. Well, not dead on board. Should their name Skyclave here because it's our best draw. They need our lifelink that sets up. It doesn't matter, we just did. Templar, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel today. Arias, good afternoon. When is it okay to exceed 40 cards with draft or sealed decks? When you feel like being sloppy and don't care. I think banning Tainted Pact would be an incredible mistake. And hopefully Wizards, the people making the decisions, are smart enough to see that. They think Thratz's Oracle is a silly, stupid card that basically never does anything honest that's reasonable. Ha! This card's probably pretty good against them, huh? I don't think I've heard anybody a part of this community suggest that Tainted Pact should go away. We're all pretty much in on the Oracle should go away. Has Reidane played as a shield this game? Yeah, probably. Probably. Whew. Hit me, dealer. Oh, they messed up, right? They could have skewered first and then Wizard Lightning second and not giving me the card. They must have missed what we named, huh? No! Bad Pyromancer. Stop it. Nah, the big thing that the Twin comparison needs to acknowledge is that Twin was interactable via just generic removal, which basically every color had access to. That's the important thing. Is the number of cards. The most important facet is the number of cards that meaningfully interact with it. Alright, so we'll play this, naming Skewer. And then honestly, I think I'm saving this to exile this once they draw it. Yeah, we're so far removed from Splinter Twin being legal. And I'm not saying that the people in chat are doing this, but I will say that in general, I've interacted with so many people that try and justify or like talk about Splinter Twin, and then like I ask them the question like, "Hey, did you ever play against Splinter Twin?" And they're like, "Well, no, but I heard people that played against it." It's like, well, it sounds like you've never played against it based on what your statements are, and like it shows. Reidane's backside is very reasonable in this format in a lot of different matches for sure. Hostage Shaker's probably too slow here. It's like one of the biggest interaction of that kind that always sticks out in my mind is some random shitter on Twitter. There's lots of shitters on Twitter chat, myself included. Told me that Splinter Twin had to go because only specific colors could profitably interact with it. And when I brought up the card Spellskite, they told me they didn't know Spellskite was a card that existed. And it was just like, man, imagine talking about the Splinter Twin ban like you're some kind of authority and you never played against it and didn't know the card Spellskite existed. And it's just like, just like, it's okay to just be like, no, I don't understand. I didn't have experience. I didn't know the context of the format. Like, yeah, like, Magic Zoomers, man. Thanks for the follow, Donger. Welcome to the channel. Hey, Psionic, thanks for 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Yeah, Duress might be okay. Spellskite was a great card in Historic. Love that card. As someone who played a ton of Kiki Chord, Spellskite was my jam for a long time. think this Grim Lavamancer is about to give us the business shit. So I named Wizard's Lightning. What do we name with this one? Skewer? Yeah, I think Spellskite would be a great one. Spellskite and Birthing Pod would be great for XC mana cards to bring to the format. In my opinion. Phyrexian Metamorph too. Can you Spellskite a Thoughtseize? Actually, you can target a Thoughtseize with Spellskite's trigger. It won't do anything, but you can Spellskite it. No, chat, you could Spellskite anything. Most of the things you can activate it to target won't do anything, like Thoughtseize, but you can pay 2 life. That's legal. You just won't be happy with the result. When you ask the judge, can I Spellskite a Thoughtseize? And they say yes, but they don't walk away from the table. They're not walking away from the table because they know you're about to fuck up and ask them another question. Alright, I probably need this to be able to answer Grim Lavamancer, otherwise that card just destroys us. Yeah, like, 9 times out of 10, when a judge hangs around after you asked a question, it means you didn't ask the right question, and they gave you the technically correct answer to the question that you asked, but they assume that what's about to happen is not gonna be, you're not gonna be happy with it. Not like personal experience. Nah, I just know a lot of judges, and I'm very observant. This is gonna surprise many of you, I'm sure, that have been here for a while. But when I was playing competitive tournament Magic, I always did my best to stay informed on complicated rules and interactions of the game that I was playing, because I believed understanding the intricacies of the game made me a better player. I was very rarely surprised at how the rules worked, because I made an effort to not be. Or they asked, how are you playing Spellskite? This is Pirate. That reminds me of another fun anecdote. Man, I miss paper Magic tournaments, chat. There's so many, I got so many good stories. We gave one of my buddies a modern Delver deck to play a side event with. And he comes back to our group after the first round and he goes, man, how does this deck ever beat Punishing Fire? And we're like, by calling a judge, because Punishing Fire is banned. He was like, what? He had just assumed that everything with a modern border was legal, because modern has the cutoff for modern bordered cards. He just like wasn't familiar enough and just assumed that, like, you know, his opponent wouldn't be playing a banned card, which, like, in his defense, like, it's probably not a stupid assumption, but, like, also, it was funny. Thanks for the follow, Assertive. It's like trying to name the spells that they can cast to kill my things here. I wonder if we'll ever see them complete the Grove of the Burnwillows cycle. This is where the magic happens, chat. That'd be a really powerful land cycle for control decks. If we hit land next turn, I think we might have a shot, but if we brick again next turn, we're probably dead. When's your birthday? 6 days, my son. 6 days. You feel like it's supposed to be 0 days? No. 6 days, dude. 6 days till you're 6 years old. The sassiest thing I ever learned about being a judge, that if someone isn't in a tournament, you enter them midway just to DQ them. Yeah, that's actually, so that's something that would happen with outside assistance a lot of the time. Especially in an invitational style tournament where you'd have people playing and you'd have people spectating that couldn't compete. So if you ever had a spectator give outside assistance, you would enter them into the tournament with their DCI number and then DQ them for outside assistance so you could log that happened. Thanks for the follow, Pantomime. Okay, well, I mean, if this and this are blanks, Hostage Taker's gonna be real good here. Well, shit. Still got a Hostage Taker because it will at least fog this for the turn. At least Declan won't have to go 2 birthdays in a row with the people celebrating his birthday being on the computer screen, so he'll be able to have his uncles over for his birthday at least. Who've gotten their pokes. Yeah, in general, while I encourage constructive feedback on deck lists, things like this seems bad isn't particularly helpful. For example, that game we largely lost because we stumbled for so long, which was one of the reasons why I ended up going up and playing 25 and even 26 lands in the Dead Guy AL deck with more utility lands in it. But being in 3 colors makes it harder to play utility lands. It's another downside to trying to splash into this 3rd color here. It's the next top 5, by the way. I don't know. I'll post one up next weekend though, for sure. And this too, right? Like, I have Meddling Mage in this instance, but like, what am I Meddling Maging? I don't really know. What am I Silverquill Silencing? I guess I'm gonna name like Stomp here. Assuming they're Gruul, and they could be elves. I think I want to name Stomp because it kills my things for value. I mean, the only thing I personally really want to do in public involves needing my kids to be more needing vaccines to be available for my children. I would really like to take my youngest daughter, my only daughter, my youngest to the Children's Museum. That's in the town where I live. The boys always loved that when they were tiny. We're still a little bit ways off from quite being comfortable to do something like that. So like, I want to Meddling Mage these two, but I want to play a 3-drop so I can play a 3-drop plus a 2-drop. Our vaccine's fine for kids. I'm not informed. So I believe it was Pfizer or Moderna, I'm not sure which of the two, has submitted the first vaccine, and I believe it's been approved for 12 to 15. And they're expecting as young as 8 by the fall, I believe. But they've not been approved quite yet for younger children yet. Based on current CDC guidelines. Yeah, there's also supply issues too. It was Pfizer, okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's like an Embercleave in hand here too. Maybe I was supposed to take the Embercleave and not the Crasher. Kind of feels like we're just dead here, huh? I guess I can do this to the Questing Beast. And then I can Meddling Mage Bone Crusher Giant. Maybe we have a shot here. They're in trials for as young as 6 months. Yeah, that would make sense. I assume we'll have them, you know, just like we have chicken pox and all the other things that we give tiny babies when they are new people. We might win this race, huh? They only get to play 1 spell next turn? They're just dead, right? Nice. One is not none, chat. Look at our taxes, chat. Pay your taxes. Wee McGee, thank you for the 32 months. Welcome back. Drannith Magistrate can come in. Hostage Taker seems fine. What else do I want? Just another Thalia. 2-1 first strike's pretty good. We don't really have anything that she taxes on us. Honestly, I could see Good Boy coming in just because it's a 3/3 with lifelink. Yeah, this card was fine there, but I don't know that it's very good in general, especially on the drop. Hey, thanks, Basic Lands. I appreciate the 1.5 years. Next Hoaglandia Open is going to be May 30th. I just got the confirmation midstream for my Cool Stuff Inc. liaison that they are okay with me running another tournament. So, Historic Anthology releases on May 27th, and then we're going to do a tournament that first weekend. And then that'll basically be 3 opens in 6 weeks, so I'm going to be taking June off from running tournaments. I'll be streaming, but we're going to be taking June off from tournaments. Yeah, we're going to do a Sunday this time through. Last couple have been on Saturdays. We do not have a full anthology list yet. Soon, TM. I think I named Spellbreaker here, right? 'Cause it's the card I want them to play the least. Rude. Huh? Feels like a stomp, huh? Are we just like Thalia tap land? Nah, I probably want to play a 3-drop, right? So I can go double 2-drop next turn. They have a Braid here playing Deputy sucks. Just so rude. Oh, I can't cast the shield off of Ziggurats. Feels bad, man. Questing beast here. I've been right to name that too. It was close. Menace rate. When do they start spoiling anthologies? So, last time they just gave us the whole anthology up front. They didn't spoil it. That's an interesting attack. I am excited to share with all of you at home my Mythic Anthology spoiler. I'm sure you are all really going to like it. Your feedback matters. Thank you for helping. I thought Wizards doesn't talk to you anymore. That statement is objectively wrong, because to say they don't talk to me anymore implies that they talked to me in the first place. Yeah, we get to mulligan the blue card we can't cast. Alright, now we're just gonna hope that we can hit a third land for these before this happens. We also have this to slow down the henge, potentially. Nice, nailed it. Socrates Felix, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. That's true. I had a phone call once. What are you doing, tiny child? Are you still going to be this strange when you're 6? You don't hit the shelf behind you. I don't want it to fall over and hurt you. This channel is where the magic happens, chat. Ooh, that's a good one. Show me the flyers. I mean, well... Get this down before they cast the Great Henge for 9 mana. Hey, get on board. Interesting that they took that one rather than the one that's a 2-turn clock. What are we Meddling Mage, chat? And they've already played 2 companies. I think it's like Elite Spellbinder here. It's definitely one of their flyers that's a 4 of. They only played 1 company, I'm wrong. I think we name a 4 of that blocks this. There's only 1 creature in the bin. Lol. Opponent definitely should have exiled this instead of the 2/3. Alright, so Drannith seems fine, Mana Tithe is maybe fine, Deputy's good, Hostage Taker's good. Discard spells are kind of whatever. Thalia's probably not great. Don't have a lot of non-creature spells. Doing alright, Garlic. Life is swell. It's kind of a dreary day here in Central Illinois. A lot of rain and stuff outside. Good on, Zaozu. Thanks for the 2 years. Welcome back. Listen, I can't be held accountable for saying made-up words wrong. And all words are made up, so that means you can't hold me accountable for any of them. You got top 5 cards you want in HA5? Nah, I don't. They don't really do like themes and stuff for historic anthologies, right? So I don't think it really fits to do basically the top 5 of each card type that I'm doing. They could pick and choose from things like that I would like to see in there. There's a ton of great cards that I would like to see. I'll probably do another one of those videos next weekend. I'm naming Great Henge here because I feel like Great Henge is a reason they would play this out proactively. Yeah, the second day of my shots was worse than my first day both times. First shot wasn't bad in general. Second shot, the second day was pretty brutal. I think we've died, chat. Deputy Detention might be our saving grace. Excuse me? The pair where they show me collecting company. Nope. Nice. That's why we exiled the beasts instead of the elf. Man, people are so greedy with their collected company decks, chat. They're so greedy. Deputy of Detention looking pretty good here. Sometimes lucky. Sometimes lucky. And we're winning this race, right? So we can just attack. Do they take the Spellbinder or do they take the Mage and go big? Oh, they take that. Shit. I think we've died, chat. Alright, yeah, we're dead. Got it. Alright. Well, poop. You did a hostage taker there?
Daddy.
Yes, oldest son. Declan made you in trouble? Or did you make you in trouble? Oh, you were loud because of Declan? No, you were loud because of Jacob. Jacob makes Jacob loud. This is what good parenting looks like. It's what attempting to teach accountability looks like. I don't know that we'll necessarily be successful, but also, for those of you that don't have children, that was an attempt to get me to sympathize and overrule the punishment that he was doled out. Not that that's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm gonna offer the trade here. I'd be surprised if they take it. Hey, Greasto, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Like to buy that one. This card's very powerful. These creature mirrors. And they learn that mom and dad are a team and the only way to win is for all three to gang up. Not yet. Although Haley desperately wants to be involved with her brothers. Children unionizing when? Just attacking for 6 and seeing what they do. Hands, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Because if they trade Spellbinder, then I'm attacking them in the air. And if they trade Skyclave, I get a 4/4. I think I just played this. Because they can't Collected Company me next turn yet. And if they Spellbinder the Drannith Magistrate, I can cast it even if I brick on a land. Ooh, that's a good one. So... yeah, someone mentioned submitting the Dragon's deck, Zazu. So I'll probably get to it at some point. I agree, it was sweet. Urban Camel, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. Collected Company's a pretty good top deck. Not sure if we're going to be able to beat that one. Okay, now, glass half full here. This Deputy of Detention's about to punch the clock and go to work, and Drannith Magistrate's still locking them out of both of these. And they find another Skyclave. It's a little rough. I guess I have these that can team up here. I'm just gonna like kill these in cantrip. Then I've almost got these unlocked. I have this one unlocked already. Obviously, almost at hostage taker here. We'll just see him trade Gargoth for my tokens plus a card. I think I just have to take the opportunity to trade. The downside if I don't draw an untapped land next turn is just too high. I want to try and let it pass. The 3/3, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Huh? That one's gotta go. It's been good, Huevos. Open yesterday went relatively smoothly. Arena had some login issues that, were kind of meh. They gave us a little bit more downtime than we usually have, but it's pretty successful overall, I think. Do I play this now, or do I wait for a threat? I think I wait on a threat for this. I could be right to play it out, though, because they're so low. Yeah, I was excited that Maddie made a deep run with the Shadow deck. I think that I mentioned that deck last time we played it, too, that I feel like enough people aren't respecting that deck for as powerful as it's felt to me. I feel like a bunch of people just like gave up on Shadow, or like didn't work out in the short term. Our house of cards is about to come tumbling down, chat. Oh. So they should have baffling ended this and then exiled both of these, but instead got him. Got him. Ah! Oh, the post Mana Tithe land drop of shame. The post Mana Tithe land drop of shame. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Shame. 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 Hey chat, remember how I was holding on to my hostage taker for something better? I found something better. She takes artifacts too. For the magic zoomers out there that didn't play with Ixalan cards. Also takes artifacts. She's a pirate, chat, and she wants your booty. Hey, what's going on? Brenowski, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Oh no! Oh no, I can't pay 7! Because of Ziggurat. Dude. That's fine. Spellbinder gives it to us for next turn. GG! All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it an afternoon on this one. I'm glad we got a couple of decent matches in there at the end, but I got my feedback here. Yeah, I feel like my question of is this just going to be worse? Dead Guy Ale is like probably correct. I feel like, honestly, if I wanted to splash blue into Dead Guy Ale, there's a chance that that's reasonable, but I do it with being a little bit less creature-focused, honestly. Like, I feel like this core of creatures similar to what we have in Dead Guy Ale could be okay. Hostage Taker's like a fine piece of top end. The Ziggurats were super clunky at different points, not only with Great Henge on that last turn there, but also casting Protector Shield a couple of times. But yeah, I think honestly, compared to just the straight black white build of Ale that we've played, I prefer that. Having the slightly more spells, having mana that doesn't hurt you, that's a little bit more consistent is pretty nice. So yeah, at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the afternoon. I just wanted to pop on for a short stream since I was off Thursday, Friday with post-vaccine stuff. My schedule is up on my website and my Twitter for the week. I'll be back at 8 a.m. Central tomorrow morning. For those of you that are new to the channel, I usually do 3 different historic decks every single day of the week. I also have a YouTube channel that has everything on it that we stream for the most part. So we played red-white Gideon taking turns before this, which was excellent. So if you missed that, you want to check that out on YouTube this evening, as well as this set. And so if you want a great source of off-the-beaten-path historic decks, you get some feedback on them, whether or not they might be playable. It's a great source for that. So see some of y'all around later, and have a good one wherever you're at. Peace, folks.